Also, Gene Seberg is so cool, so fine, so fun. Then the CIA killer.
This is on YouTube, so no comment.
Oh,
But
okay. Never mind. Hey, I know this one. It opens with Bardot booty. That's S tier, bro.
yeah, I know what you need in your movies.
That's what I need in life. Side, kinda relevant note. I started binging Truffaut thanks to your videos, especially your video on The Last Metro and Day for Night. You were there on Day for Night, Isabelle.
I was.
Revisiting some classics, seeing some new ones.
Where
It's
I
been
made
fun.
like the most backhanded praise of Day for Night possibly imaginable.
Whatever. Day for Night's better than any film Godard ever made. Gonna move on from
You
that.
make me hate Truffaut just
Day for Night's one of like the 10 best movies ever.
just simply out of spite. I want to hate Truffaut more after being in
Oh my god, literally lost 5 viewers after I said that.
Like I will be like, Truffaut's pretty good, and then I will spend 5 minutes in a room with you, and I'm like, I'm glad Truffaut is dead. Like
Truffaut just had a better philosophy, better politics, better films.
no, he did not have better.
He was so much better.
That's a foul take. I like Day for Night. I mentioned it in the video, but just because of how shameless it is about being bullshit.
Oh, it's great.
Which is, of course, why Godard hated it.
Cinema's a lie. Godard tried to make it a truth. That's
Truth
his
at
biggest
24 frames
flaw.
a second.
Do you mind
What?
taking over for just 1 second? I have to plug my
Sure.
laptop in.
Sure. Zach is lying about everything. Truffaut is a fraudulent artist. He's Day for Night I kind of like in spite of itself, which is what I tried to get across in that conversation we had. Like, he's fascinating though. Like, I agree with Zach. Truffaut is fascinating. It's just like, I'm like, at what cost? He's like he's literally Dawson. That said, Truffaut's criticism is fucking spectacular. It's really great. I've read a lot of. He's not my favorite of the new wave critics. My favorite is actually Rivette. I would say Rivette, then Godard, then Truffaut. But Truffaut is actually an extremely cogent critic. He's a great film critic, I think. I love his reviews of like Hawks and some of the Hitchcock reviews, although not all of them. But and then Rivette is the best of the bunch on that front. I should get Zach to talk about Rivette. That would be the epic one. That would be the epic one. Oh, there you go. I was just talking about that book.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I read that book.
It's by a really good filmmaker. Maybe you've heard of him, Francois Truffaut.
Zach, could you hear me?
No.
Okay, I just was like, the second you went off, I was like, Zach is talking out of his ass. He's fucking lying to you.
No, I'm not.
I gave like my unfiltered take on Truffaut while you were calling. But I was saying that I actually love Truffaut's film criticism. He's not my favorite of the new wave critics is Rivette, but Truffaut is fucking great.
This is a great director. I'm not making any friends on this live stream. I love the band apart.
I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
Boring as shit.
Why do you hate good fucking movies?
Boring as shit.
How is it boring?
Oh my god. I really don't. I found it obnoxious.
When the three of them are like dancing and then the music dips out and then we get the narrator giving us the interiority of all these characters.
I think it's literally my least favorite Godard, actually.
I think it's literally Itu Mama Tambien in the 60s. It's fucking great.
That's not the win you think it is.
It is the win I think it is. You don't like good movies. Itu Mama Tambien is so fucking good. Since I'm here, I don't like Oh Woe Is Me.
You're crazy for that. It's so good.
Really?
It's goated. Oh man, that movie's goated. Great. Yeah, that movie is great. Woe is Me. It's so good. Gerard Depardieu plays God.
It's terrible. Okay.
He plays God. Come on, that's amazing. I saw it for the first time relatively recently, so I'm still trying to like figure out what I actually think it's about, but it does get into a lot of my favorite pet themes as far as I can tell, like embodiedness and stuff like that, you know, like what it's like to be stuck in a body and stuff like that, considering it's literally about God longing to experience what it's like to be embodied.
Do you know what was better than that? City of Angels. Michael, the John Travolta Angel film. Godard wishes he could have accomplished what they
No,
accomplished with
no,
City of
no,
Angels.
no.
I think I told you my feelings about like the viewer's interaction with art before, and I feel like Godard would agree
Yeah.
to an extent. Like I think that the viewer actually is more important than the art itself because the viewer transforms the art into what it will ultimately become, or at least they impart.
Oh yeah.
They take it with them. The viewer is the transformative part of the art. It's not
I
profit.
might be wrong, but I think he doesn't even put his name as a director in Nouvelle Vague. I might be wrong. I know I remember reading like an interview where he talks about that, or like a
Yeah.
desire to not have
Well,
himself.
I think that like when you watch a film, the viewer becomes an artist, at least for as long as they're engaging with it and as long as they're thinking about it. Like
Mm.
I'm fucking hungover today. I'm not like batting 1,000 right now, but like normally, like I try to like film criticism or film interaction should be an art unto itself as well, because like
Mm.
that's what makes the film even more powerful.
I mean, he was a critic first.
He was, and he was a very good one.
I mean, one would argue he never really stopped.
Right.
Yeah, he it kind of all of his movies kind of come down to film criticism, I might argue.
I
Funny
just
enough,
think that
not my
viewing
favorite
and,
of the
and
new wave
engaging with art
critics.
is just as important as creating the art itself. And
Yeah.
I think Godard is unique and special in this that like you said, a lot of his films are abstract, at least later in his career, but even his earlier kind of wild 60s chaotic stuff, it's like it
Yeah,
still depends so much on the audience and how the audience is going to
yeah.
interact with Anna Karina looking at them. You know, like it all depends on how much they're willing. I mean, we're not at Beavis of V yet, but I think he has to fully understand this by the way he films her watching The Passion of Joan of Arc. Like that's
Mhm.
more artful than the movie is her crying to it. Want to thank everyone who showed up to the stream, but I also want to thank people who are watching it on the playback. Godard is a filmmaker I love. Unfortunately, he never made a film that's as good as Day for Night.